Hello. It is 2 o'clock in the morning. This is usually when these videos get made. Um, busy, busy weekend. I walked in on the dog watching Ed, Ed, and Eddie, so that was super cool. I had to turn it off, but yeah. Uh, nice, nice busy weekend. So we did the last week of shows for the show that I'm doing, and I'm getting that the post-show blues, as they call it. So pretty common, I think. If you're not someone that does theater very much, um, just because like when you do a show, when you do a production, um, that production kind of takes up a lot of your life for a very short period of time. I mean, we did the show. We did like I think Tuesday, fuck, February, like February, March, um, February to March. Hold on, I'm gonna shut that door. All right, I'm back. It was creaking, but yeah, we did the show for like maybe like 2-3 months. Um, so it kind of takes up a lot more of like your life than you think. You're in the studio, like you're like rehearsing a majority of the week for like hours at a time, and then you get to be so involved with these people that are your cast members, and you just have this one thing that you all have in common. And when you're sitting around there with people that you interact with a lot, you have something to talk about. And once that's over, you realize like the past 3 months was all just leading up. It's the most short term goal, I feel, just because of how quickly the turnaround is. In that, every day you work really hard to get this show going, and then the show starts, and then the show just ends. And no matter how long the show goes on for, no matter how long you're in production for that show, um, once the show's over, it just hits you, you know. Um, it depends. It depends though, because some productions I feel like, depending on the people that you hang out with, um, some shows might feel a bit more harder to let go than others. The last show I did involved a lot of people that I knew on a regular basis anyway. Like I hung out with them outside of theater already. So when the show ended, it was just like, oh, okay, like I'll see you tomorrow. But this cast is all brand new, and so this is the very first time that I met a lot of them. The only people that I knew from that show was a few of my friends who, maybe like 2-3 people, from that show. Everyone else is just really brand new, like just brand new to the theater, and maybe I'll see them again. I might do a show. I'm not sure yet, but at least I'll be there to like go see them. Like I'll be in the audience, if anything. But yeah, um, but it's just starting to hit me that the show the show's over. Um, I can finally get rid of all of this. I haven't had my hair this long since like sixth grade, so that's gonna feel amazing. I might do something fun with it before I cut it though. But yeah, it was a really really busy weekend. I feel like every day, cause so like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I feel like we went out and did something. My liver hates me. On Friday, um, my one of my friends came down to see the show, and of course, on Friday we had the student matinee in the morning, and then we had an evening show at 7. So I was pretty much out the whole day, and my friend was like, "Let's go do something." So I said, "Oh fuck yeah!" So we went out and did something, and we went out and had drinks, knowing full well that the next day was the big party that I got invited to. Um, so on Saturday, I went to a costume party, and I went. I'm pretty sure I posted that on the. Ooh, pretty sure I posted that on the video. But I went. If I can get the freaking box out. I went as an assassin. I went as Ezio. And there's pictures around if you know me, social media and shit. Um, there's pictures of me. That night went crazy, I think. Um, in that environment, I feel like I just kind of tend to get loose. So I don't remember a lot of that night. Um, and I do remember my friend. I was sitting somewhere and my friend was just like hand feeding me pieces of bread because I got fucked up real early, and so one way to help you get sober faster and also maybe mitigate the effects of a hangover is to just like stay hydrated and eat lots of like grains or like bread, because the bread will choke it up. I don't know if that's real. I don't even know if that second part's real. I do know the whole drinking water thing is a real thing though. But yeah, so just eat lots of bread, drinks lots of water. I do remember throwing up a lot, so maybe that might also help. But I did, cause I got home and I felt lucid, but I felt fine. But I knew it was gonna fuck me up if I didn't drink any more water, cause I just my mouth felt dry. So I got home and my friend who drove me to the party said, "Hey, just remember to drink lots of water and take 2 Advils before you go to bed. Drink 2 bottles of water and take 2 Advils before you go to bed, and then you'll feel better in the morning." And of course, knowing myself, as soon as I got home, um, passed out on the bed, and I woke up 4 hours later, and I didn't have a hangover, I don't think, um, but I did have like a slight headache, which I think would have turned into a hangover if I didn't take care of it. But I was like, I couldn't even sleep. So I just sat there waiting for it to like go away, and then it wouldn't. So I said, "Oh, what did he tell me? 2 waters and an Advil." So I just took 2 Advils and I drank as much water as I could find as was available to me. Took me another like half hour, upwards of half an hour, to go back to sleep. I woke up 3 hours later at around like 9 o'clock, and I felt better, which was great. But that was probably not the smartest thing I've ever done. And then today, because it was the last day of the show, we had a cast party, which was fun. Um, I wish more people showed up, but I do understand some of them are busy. Some of them are just like fully grown adults that have responsibilities. Probably don't want to stay out too late, which we did. We did stay out pretty late. Um, so that was it was a fun experience. But then once everyone went home, and everyone just kind of said, "Well, it's getting late, time to go," you know. Like it's different from like a usual friend hangout, cause I hang out with my friends and we have like game nights, and sometimes we'll play a game and it'll be like, "Oh, we never got to do this thing because we spent so long trying to get," like we'll play, like we'll have like several games. We'll have like 5 games or whatever, and then we get stuck on game number 2, and then we'll be like, "Oh, we never got to play game number 4 or whatever." It's like, "Oh well, some other time." And that's what it kind of felt like, and that's what it feels like a lot when you do the cast parties for a show, is that you'll get a moment where, um, hey, we didn't get to do this thing or that thing, and it's like, "Oh well, we'll do it next time, or we'll make plans for it." But invariably, um, a lot of us kind of run the assumption that because we've seen these people for like several months consistently, that we can see them again, if we plan ahead enough in time. But sometimes, the only reason we were able to see these people is because they planned to be available for the show. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. So once the show's over, their prior obligations come back, and these people have a completely different schedule from what you were used to. Maybe you were used to hanging out with someone as soon as rehearsal was over, or maybe someone decided to clear up their time like 3 hours before rehearsal, and then you found out, and then now. And then for like a little while, you'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna hang out with this person before rehearsal because they're free from like a certain amount of time before rehearsal starts or whatever." And then now that the show's over, whatever they had scheduled off to go to rehearsal that day doesn't exist anymore. So now they're just like take like my schedule, for instance, is I work a lot of closing shifts, like 2 to 10. But because I had to do the show and I had to be at the theater from 6 o'clock to 10 p.m., I got scheduled a lot of morning shifts, so like 9:30 to 5:30, and I got used to that. But now I know that the show's over. um, I'm probably gonna get scheduled to do closing shifts again. And it was kind of nice a couple of days where rehearsal either got canceled or rehearsal wasn't scheduled, but because I didn't want to go to work that day, I just told them, okay, whatever, nothing's changed. So I would just tell them, yeah, rehearsal. And I'd work a morning shift, and then I would have the night to myself. And one of those nights, I just went home. Just sat at like a regular human hour. And then on a few of those days, I was like, hey, I'm free tonight. Who else is free tonight? And a few friends are like, hey, I'm free tonight. And we hung out, which never happens because I'm always working at night, like real people hours, like the afternoon all the way till nighttime is when I'm not available, which is when everyone else is available because everyone works in the morning, you know. But we'll see. I'm trying to right now. I'm trying to cope with the feeling that the show's over. And some people, what they like to do is as soon as the show's over, jump into another fucking show. Just go, just do it. On to the next one. Just like give me something to fill the void is basically the mantra of that. And I don't know if I'm quite ready for that yet. I'm probably gonna take another break, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'll come see the next show that they're doing because they did announce it immediately, before we were even done with our show. It's like they're already telling us about the next show, and I don't know. I'll go see it. But anyway, that's it. I've rambled on for too long. I'm gonna go sit here in the silence until I fall asleep. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys some other time. Bye bye.